All right, Myles and Tessa coming back at you guys. Our Saturday class was predict, prepare, and pose. We didn't get to the pose part because we spent a lot of time working the prediction.
And a lot of time listening to the fire alarm, so.
And unfortunately, the fire alarm.
Okay.
So what we were talking about, we got into the invitation lead. And we were reminding each other that we were doing 2 parts of a 3-part triangle. So put your third triangle in there.
Oh.
There we go. Okay. And so we were talking about the invitation relax and the invitation support. We didn't get into the followers part, which is invitation request.
Okay.
In the invitation lead, it's just the idea, leaders, again, that once we initiate her body, we're relaxing. Once we've got momentum going on, we're no longer actively leading her, which gives her space and freedom to want to play around within that shape and movement. Here's where we start getting into predictions for both of us. As the follower starts to feel that arm relax, she's preparing herself, she's already ready for the idea that she might be able to play. Once she feels it, that's her confirmation.
So at that point, I can decide. I have a couple different choices. I can pause and continue down the pattern, or once I feel him relax, I can completely change direction and go the other way. I could continue down the slot and take my sweet time with some syncopations, and he will wait for me because he handed me the keys to the car, and now I'm the leader. And the last choice, of course, was default, because maybe I'm not feeling creative in that moment, and it's okay. It's only an invitation, not a demand.
Right. With this, the idea here, again, she can continue to extend counts. So it's my job to be responding to my follow. Leaders, this is not a chance for you to shut your brain off. You need to be paying attention to her, because this is how we're going to predict where she's going and when she's going to be done. Just because she's at the end of the slot does not mean she's done. We're waiting for her to anchor. So the girl might start flowing out at the end of the pattern, and I can predict, oh, she's going to anchor. But if she doesn't actually go, I can't commit to that movement. So I'm still going to pay attention and wait for that actual anchor, and we're good to go. But I want to be watching her shoulders. Her shoulders will tell me everywhere about where she's intending to go and planning on go. And away we go.
Okay, the next part of the angle was the invitation support. These are the moves that we did. What Myles is trying to do here is he's trying to stop leading, but not in a relaxed way, in a stronger way. He's offering himself as a jungle gym and saying, use my body. So at this point, I get a chance to actually see if I can slow down or I can play using him for support.
Or balance.
We gave you this
sugar tuck, but leaders are coming up with a very toned, very tight arm all the way up into that.
I replace my weight underneath with a roll over, cross, and then pivot, and I can go down as deep as I dare, keeping my fingers smearing in that compression that's going inward, not downward. That would be dangerous. The other one that we did was the rainbow.
Off of a rainbow toss here, leaders keeping, again, toned arm, going very slowly to the top. And once you're at the top, you can let it stay toned, but it doesn't have to move. This is giving her invitation. Again, follows, you're trying to push into his arm because we're strong this way. We're not very strong this way.
So never pull down. And then I'm going to finish myself off, and his job is to follow because he's officially the follower if he gave me the keys to lead the car.
Right, do that again for me. As she's walking out, again, the point is I'm watching her shoulders. I'm feeling that tone when she relaxes into her anchor. I'm trying to predict that so that it's a nice, smooth transition back into our dance. Here's a good example of that. She's playing around, she's playing around, she's playing around. I'm going to transition right back instead of having to wait there for a moment and, oh yeah, that's what's going on.
For more information on the invitation lead, you can check out our video, 7 Habits of Highly Effective Swing Dancers, on our website, mylesandtessa.com. Myles spelled with a Y.
Dance Jam Production.